Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Welcome in. We're here with a timeless reading for Aquarius. I hope you guys are all well. Oh, before we jump into the reading, I wanted to say first and foremost, thank you guys so much. We've reached 3,000 followers. I can't believe that. But because of that, to say thank you, I've discounted all the personal readings. So if you've been interested in getting one, now might be the time if you feel called to do so. The link is in the bio. Wow. Okay, Aquarius. So we are starting off with one of the archetype oracles. This card has fallen out 3 times now. In the pre-shuffle, while I was shuffling them again, and just now to start the reading off. So this card, the Threshold, is all about being not all the way through something yet, but kind of right on the precipice of crossing over. Let's go ahead and read it quickly because it's come out so many times. I feel like I would be doing a disservice if I didn't read it to you guys. Okay, so the Threshold. We cross thresholds continually, consciously and unconsciously. Doorways, gates, and entryways grace our path on a daily basis. When this card arises, it signifies that the precipice you stand upon is not your typical one, however. You have arrived at a threshold of initiation, here to usher you into a new reality. It requires you to leave behind the you that you thought was so well formed. A new frontier calls. This is not easy work. Threshold initiation means a part of you will be lost in order to make space for what is next. A metaphorical death must occur. Some may not recognize you. You may struggle to recognize yourself. The ground seems to crumble as you free fall into your new reality. This is the liminal realm. One step, dear friend. Just take that one necessary step towards the future that calls you. And I want to say a couple readings back, we were just talking about being kind of in this liminal space with something. So, wow. Okay, that really fits. It takes quite a bit to shock me, but that's pretty straightforward. Thank you, Spirit. All right. I also felt called to use this particular tarot deck for some reason today. I don't use it often. It's the Muse Tarot. So maybe you guys are looking to find your muse, looking for inspiration to get you across this threshold. I don't know. We're going to jump into it. We're going to see. All right. For Aquarius, please, Spirit. What do we need to know? Okay, so we're starting off with the Four of Pentacles and the Hermit. This, I would say, is very representative of maybe where we are or where we have just come from, still clinging tightly to something, but knowing that we need to go inward to do this work, to move past whatever it is we're holding on to still that's kind of holding us back from crossing into this new period of life, this new, I'm hearing transformation, to go through this transformation we're being asked to step through. Yeah, we have the wheel on the bottom of the deck here. If you notice, this Hermit card is interesting. They're kind of out in the middle of the desert, just looking for something, and the sun's coming up there in the background. So I feel like if you guys have been doing this internal work, or even if you haven't, I feel like there's going to be some type of major clarity coming through to you soon. We're getting to the point where we're getting ready to release something for good. We're ready to get out of this cycle. What else, Spirit? Thank you. We have the Two of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. Okay, so this makes sense. We might be feeling kind of tied up in our emotions, a little down, a little sad as we're moving through this because we're trying to maintain balance. But it's going to be difficult to find balance when we're transitioning from one thing to the next thing. We kind of have to become okay with going with the flow of the water and where it's taking us, where this journey is bringing us to. Because we're not going to have all those answers, right? We're not immediately going to have this clarity of mind and heart and of spirit right off the bat. It's going to take some work. It's going to take adjustment, getting used to. And for some of you, this could be pain caused by trying to hold on to whatever balance it is you have now. And Spirit's really trying to push you forward, saying it's time to move on. It's time to leave whatever it is we need to leave behind, and for us to embrace whatever new is coming in towards us. And that can be a very difficult place to be in. So it's going to be important that you're not allowing yourself to get tied up too much mentally, emotionally in this movement. Trust that it's for the best. Trust you're being pushed in the right direction, and use your discernment. Use your intuition and your discernment. For some of you, you might not be wanting to make a choice. The choice might be right there in front of you, and you might be putting off making this decision. For some, out of fear. For others, out of simply not really knowing what the best choice is and still trying to make a decision about that. But Spirit's saying now's the time. The portal is open. It's ready for you to step through it. You just have to make the conscious decision to take that step. So, what else do we have here? 10 of Cups. What about this 10 of Cups? 10 of Cups and the 4 of Swords. Now we're going back to the Oracle card that we've had coming out every single reading. It feels like stillness, right? What you seek is right in front of you. What you seek is in your energetic field. It is around you. It's there for you to grab. But we need to quiet our minds enough. We need to get through this 3 of Swords into the energy of the 4 of Swords, where we're quiet, where we're not mulling things over in our heads, where we're able to just sit back and relax and let things flow through to us as they need to. And then we'll be able to see what this opportunity actually is. A lot of 4s out. We've got the 4 of Pentacles, the 4 of Swords. We have the 4 of Cups in reverse on the bottom of the deck right now. Again, it feels like there's a choice that needs to be made, and we're kind of avoiding making this choice. It's like we're not completely happy with where we are, but at least we know where we stand, where we are. Maybe we're not feeling ready to take on something new at this point. But it seems like if this is your reading, now is the time, my friends. What do we need to know about this? Okay. We've got the 5 of Pentacles, the 9 of Wands coming out. This explains why some of you are very unwilling to move forward into this new chapter. You've been through a lot with the 3 of Swords and the 5 of Pentacles, both emotionally and in the physical. And this has brought you a great deal of resilience. But what you're not seeing currently, or maybe what you don't want to see, is that that resiliency is going to carry over into whatever it is you choose to do. You're not going to lose that resiliency just because the situation changes. Nobody can take that from you. You have earned that. Don't be afraid to take a chance on something that is calling out your name, that is saying, hey, it's time. It's time to make this move. It's time to release this person or walk away from this job or whatever this scenario is for you, out of fear of losing what you've worked so hard for. Because that resiliency is still going to be there for you in this next step. You're not starting over from the ground up. And again, I feel the need to say it again. It's going to be very important that we're able to quiet our mind to the point where we're able to discern what we're being told, what we're being guided to do. It's important to not rush into this. While you're being encouraged to make a move, you're being encouraged to make this move in a very logical and rational way. I see the Fool on the bottom of the deck here. The Fool and the Seven of Swords. There's something here about there being a lack of trust. There's a lack of trust about this next step. Whatever this is that you're stepping into, and if this is your reading, you know you're on this precipice. You know you're standing here. You know you're basically waiting on this next move coming up. You're going to have to put the trust in yourself. Like I'm seeing the Seven of Swords down here, and we have 7 swords out on the table as well. Why are you not trusting yourself, Aquarius? It feels to me like if this is your reading, there's a lack of trust here, like I said previously, because of what you've been through. You feel like, I've gone through all of this nonsense to get to this point, and now you want me to move again? Like, no, I don't want to do it. It's like we become comfortable in our own pain sometimes. And Spirit's trying to let you know there's something better waiting, but it's going to take a leap of faith on your part. Let's see if there's anything else that wants to come out. Okay, yeah, we've got the Page of Cups coming out. And the Two of Wands. Wheel again on the bottom of the deck, guys. The Page of Cups, the Two of Wands. Make this decision with your heart, all right? We have all these swords out, and the swords don't seem to be doing you any favors right now. It's kind of like you're stuck in your own head. And while we want to remain rational and realistic and, all that good stuff, you need to go with where your heart is calling you to move. You need to find a way to be able to integrate that air and water energy in order to begin this movement from one place to the next. And when you begin to make this move, you might feel like you're starting in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of no man's land. Like, okay, now where am I? But Spirit's saying, follow that inner compass. Follow what you feel guided to do, and you'll never be lost. That little twinge of, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do next, is always going to be there for you if we allow ourselves to be quiet enough, if we're able to quiet our mind enough to actually hear it, to be able to be comfortable enough to sit in the stillness, because oftentimes that can be a very uncomfortable thing. A lot of the different emotions can come rushing at us, a lot of different thoughts, a lot of, questions that stem from the past. Like, is this going to occur again? Like I said, it feels like we're very comfortable being in a place that we're not 100% happy. And there's an opportunity for us to move forward now. And the only thing that's holding us back is our fear of the future and hurt from the past. So it's going to be very important to stay in the now as much as we possibly can. Stay in the now and follow that inner compass that is with you no matter what. Do you want me to pull more cards? We're going to pull 2 more cards, and then I'm going to close out, I think, with an oracle card. We have the 8 of Swords and the 9 of Cups. So we've got the Wish card coming out alongside the 8 of Swords. Quite the dichotomy here, right? Is that the right word? Dichotomy? I believe so. Again, there's this idea of feeling emotionally tied, not emotionally, mentally tied up. And our heart, our spirit is pulling us in this other direction, and our head's going, no, 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 no. But you have to realize that's not your logical mind telling you that. That's your mind thinking about things that have gone wrong before and worrying about things that are occurring or could occur in the future. We need to use our rational mind, and we need to follow what brings us joy. What sparks joy in your heart? That's the direction you want to go in. Sometimes we're stuck between 2 options, both of which are kind of not so great. And this isn't going to be for everybody, but somebody needs to hear it. Sometimes we're between 2 options where neither outcome is super desirable. And in those situations, you need to ask yourself, what do I prefer? Because there's always going to be one option that you will prefer more than the other. And Spirit's asking you to trust in yourself and to move towards that preference. And it feels to me like once you move through this portal, through this threshold, through this gate, there's going to be closure coming in regard to whatever this 5 of Pentacles, this 3 of Swords, these kind of tumultuous energies that we're seeing coming out here. There's going to be closure for those things. And I have a feeling you guys are going to land in a spot that you didn't expect to land in, but in a good way. But we have to remain hopeful. We have to keep pushing forward, and we have to keep following our discernment, our inner guidance, and our heart. What is calling to you? Your answer is there. Let's close out with one of these oracle cards. Somebody asked me what the deck is called again. So this one is the Sacred Forest Oracle. The other oracle deck I used in the collective reading yesterday, that I got off Etsy. So if you just look up oracle deck, I think it's one of the first ones to pop up. All right, can we move these out of the way? Can we please get 1 or 2 oracle cards to close out this reading for Aquarius? I feel like this is I'm seeing Phoenix, transmutation. This is, whoever this reading is for, this is an important reading. I feel like this is a culmination of a bunch of readings we've had as of late. All right, let's see. Whoa. Ancient oak spirit with strength, and the bluebell fairy with gratitude. Move forward with strength and gratitude, my friends. Always. I think that goes without saying. But somebody needs to hear it right now. You're stronger than you believe that you are, and you have more to be grateful for than you're allowing yourself to be. We have activation on the bottom of the deck. Something's about to be activated, and you guys are going to step through this threshold and end up in a place that I don't think you see coming, in a good way. All right, my friends, that's where we're going to leave it at today. Thank you guys so much for being here. I truly hope this reaches whoever needs to hear it, and that it brings some confirmation or clarity to your situation. I love you guys so much. I hope you're all having a beautiful day, and I will talk to you again soon.